Hi everyone, my name is Jenny and I am a member of the Coeur Ambassador team, and I am also a certified yoga teacher. I have been practicing yoga since I was in high school, and it has always been not only a mental stress reliever for me in a way that I can get present, but also with sport it always helps me with recovery. And as triathletes, we are all super busy, so we don't have a ton of time. But what I want to share with you today is a few of my favorite yoga poses that you can do in 3, 4, 5 minutes that you have after a swim, bike, or run session. They're my favorites. They're going to hit all sorts of areas in your lower body where we typically get tight. So I'm just going to show you a few of them today, and you can do them as many times as you can whenever you have time after your sessions. So let's all come to a standing position on the top of our mat. Keep your feet about hip distance apart, and then your feet and knees should be facing forward. I know you can't see my feet here, but I'm recording this by myself, so we do the best that we can, right? So let's just stand, hands in prayer position. Let's take a big deep inhale. Then exhale, come to a forward fold. Again, keep your feet and knees facing forward. And then inhale, come up halfway. If you're having a hard time, like if your hamstrings are really tight, you can keep your knees bent a little bit. Or if you have a block, you can bring your hands up on a block or even onto your shins. Then exhale, fold. Let's step our left foot back and then come into a high lunge. Inhale your arms up. I like to compound and kind of stack my movements on together because we're short on tight. So then on an inhale, come down onto your left knee, come into a lower lunge, and then just draw up through your upper body. Place your hands down on the ground, step forward into a forward fold. Again, inhale up halfway. You can keep your fingertips on the ground, on a block, or on your shins. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step your right foot back. Again, coming into a high lunge. And make sure you don't want to feel like you're standing on like a balance beam. Your feet should still be about hip distance apart. And then again, slowly drop down to your right knee. And just inhale, rise up. Just feel a nice stretch in the front of your hip, your leg. Exhale, fold forward. And then step back up into your forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale and fold forward. Super strong legs. Inhale, rise all the way up. Coming down again, we're going to build onto that. Exhale and fold forward. Again, inhale and rise, either fingertips on the ground, a block or shin. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back. Again, rise up into a high lunge. Make sure your right knee is tracking over your ankle and your foot. And then slowly lower down to your knee. Now this time, place your hands on the ground and come into a hamstring stretch where you're going to try to straighten out your right leg. You're going to come up onto the heel of your foot. I don't think you might be able to see it. And then if you can, get your toes up off the ground. And if you need to have a knee bent, if it's too tight, that's totally fine. Come back into your high lunge. Lower down to your knee, to your low lunge. Exhale. Again, come into that hamstring stretch. Try to bring your right hip back and left hip forward to level out your hips. That's kind of adding on a little bit. Then let's go ahead and step forward into our fold. Inhale up halfway. We're going to do that on the other side. Bow forward. Inhale, step your right foot back. Come on up into your high lunge. Slowly lower down to your right knee. And again, exhale, drop your hands. Try to straighten out your left leg, coming into that hamstring stretch. And you'll come up onto your heel. Your toes should come off the ground. And again, try to bring your left hip back and right hip forward if you can. Let's flow through this one more time. Inhale, come up into your high lunge. Exhale, slowly lower down onto your back knee, rise up. And then an exhale, touch down. Coming into a hamstring stretch again on your left side. And then come on back forward into your forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, bow. Super strong legs all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer position. Okay, so my last pose I want to show you, it's called Brigitte's Cross. Now, depending on your level of flexibility, you may need to modify this, and that's okay. So, you're going to be, let's start here. So this is going to be opposite of where I'm at. Bring your left foot forward into a lunge. Have your back knee on the ground. And then you're going to want to shoot your left leg out to the side. Now, if you can, you will have your left leg straight out away from you, and then your right foot, you're going to have your toes popped into the mat, and you are going to get an awesome stretch on your hips, your hamstring. Now you can stay up here, you can bow forward, you can also start to twist to your left. Now for those of you who are struggling to get your leg out and straight, that's okay. You can bend your knee and then slowly start to move your way into this Brigitte's Cross. And you're going to, your left hip will be on the ground here. And then you can just come down and get a nice hip stretch. This is like one of my absolute favorites after getting off the bike. Then to come out, you can stay in there as long as you feel good. If you can, lift up into down dog. Pedal out your feet. Then we're going to do this on the opposite side. And I've got a wall over here, so I'm going to be a little bit careful. Bring your right leg in, shoot it out to your left. And again, if you can, try to get your right leg straight. Your left leg, your toes are going to stay plugged into the mat. And again, you can either stay upright, you can lower down, and you can also add in a twist, just totally based on what your body allows. And if this is too much, again, you can either have your leg straight and a little bit back, or you can bend your knee. Again, just finding that comfortable place for you. And then just breathe. And just staying here as long as you want. And again, to come out, try to lift up into a down dog. Let's just pedal out our feet. And then on an inhale, just come up to your toes, bend your knees, and slowly start to walk in. Inhale up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer position. All right, so I hope that you all enjoyed this. I hope that this is something that you think you could, use after a swim, bike, or run. And again, you can kind of flow through these based on how much time you have. If some of you are familiar with sun salutation, you can add these into your sun salutations if you have time and you're comfortable with it. But these are a couple of my fave poses that will help keep you recovering and really loose after your sessions. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.